Mulwala! Lake Mulwala is a man-made reservoir in the gorgeous Murray region, located down in the southeast of New South Wales. We're exploring the area for 2 days and can't wait to discover all the amazing things to see and do here. One day, I look out for you. We just got to Lake Mulwala, which is where we're staying tonight. We're in a cool little holiday park. Australia's famous for their holiday parks, and they've got a really cool one here called DC on the Lake. That's Lake Mulwala right there. There's all these dead trees in the lake, and I believe we have a kayak book, so we're going to grab that and go for a paddle around between these trees for sunset, I think. And here's our cool cabin. Let's check out our cabin.
This area is also famous for the water skiing, so apparently in the dry seasons, this lake is the only one that doesn't dry up. So it is busy with lots of skiers, and yeah, you just have to avoid the trees. Oh, there's Mama and Dada with their 5 little ducklings.
We've rented this kayak from the accommodation. We're going to go for a little paddle before dinner, go check out some of these dead trees on Lake Mulwala. I think later on, when the sun goes down, this is going to be a very pretty photograph. So hopefully we can scope out somewhere to set up the tripod and do a nice photo shoot later on. Yeah, the best thing about a double kayak, you can just make the person in front do all the work.
It's bloody windy.
Paddle into the wind. So we've been out here about 5 minutes and we've already seen a whole bunch of pelicans, some black swans and a turtle, which is really cool. Oh, Alicia's getting angry. Alright, I'm going to put the GoPro down and I'm going to start paddling up my darling one.
So we had an early dinner, and right now we're just trying to scout out a location to shoot sunset. I know you're supposed to do that earlier on in the day or prior to your trip, but we kind of didn't really know what the area looked like, so we thought we'll wait till we're here and we'll try and see what we can find. So we're thinking maybe these 2 big trees ahead are probably the best that we've found. Apparently these are free campsites here, so if you've got a caravan, you're self-contained, good place for you. But I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire.
Morning guys, it's day 2 here in the Murray region, and I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone, but it is hell windy down here in Lake Mulwala. We're meant to go out on a steamboat paddle ship, do a cruise on the lake, but unfortunately with this wind they can't get the boat out. So we're trying to find an alternative. We tried to go kayaking, but the lake's too choppy.
Instead we're going to check out a whiskey and chocolate factory in the near town of Corowa. It's about a 40-minute drive.
It's at the old flour mill.
Whoa,
Oh, that is sick. That's it.
Chocolate or whiskey? 2 of my favourite things in the world. So it looks like the whiskey and chocolate factory is actually built in the old flour mill in Corowa, so that's pretty cool. You get a whole bunch of these interesting old heritage buildings when you come to outback countryside Australia, so looking forward to checking this out.
When I was young, I thought control would lead me to an ending road.
Oh, that one's nice.
So we're inside Corowa Distilling Co right now. We're going to try all of the whiskies that they make here. They've got some ones that are made in Barossa Valley wine barrels. You've got some port barrels as well. So Alicia's going to start with the lighter stuff.
I'm driving, so Jared gets to try the harder alcohol percentage, and I'm sticking with the lighter.
So this factory was pretty dilapidated and run down, and probably could have been knocked down really with the amount of damage that was here. But a family bought it off the original owners 10 years ago for $1 on the condition that they really rejuvenate it and turn it into a business that will attract tourists. And now we are here in a whiskey distillery and chocolate factory, and it is absolutely booming. I mean, it's like a Tuesday morning here, and already we've seen maybe 30 or 40 people walk through the door to come and sample the products and eat the food in the restaurant. So it's great to see that initiative really worked here in town. So, as expected, that was really, really cool. The whiskey was tasty, and the chocolate at the end was a nice little surprise. And of course, we bought some to leave with, because you got to while you're here. Now we're going to cruise on back to Yarrawonga, and the wind is still up, so probably no kayaking for a little while. Instead, we're going to go to an olive oil estate and see what we can find out there.
I was making my way across town, trying to get to you. I've been keeping my phone on no sound.
We've just had an amazing lunch here at Rich Glen Olive Estate, and now we're going to make up a platter of local organic food to take home for dinner tonight, and a bit of breakfast tomorrow morning, which is nice. So the owner, Roz, here is showing Alicia how to make up her platter. Cheeses and jams and salads to check out. All local produce sourced from right here on the farm, which is amazing. This is the $50 platter, and all you do is just select your cheeses and your dips and your bread and your salami and all that good stuff, and you throw it on the platter, and then you either eat it here or you do what we're going to do, and you throw it in a box and you take it away. We're going to have it for dinner tonight by the lake.
Far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today to our coffee shop date.
So we picked up our little platter box, and it looks delicious. I can't wait to eat this for dinner tonight.
I really like this place. I could actually spend all afternoon here, like have a coffee and just relax in the garden. We were talking to the owner, Roz, and she was telling us all these amazing renovations they're doing next year. So maybe next time we can have some wine with our platter.
Oh yeah, for sure. Make sure you stop off at Rich Glen Olive Estate on your trip around the Murray region. To walk off lunch, we've come down to Chinamans Island Nature Reserve, and it's an interesting place. It's full of bird life and lovely trees. It's right here on the lake, and there's a little 2-kilometre trail that we're going to do to get around, and it's got its name because back in the 1920s a Chinaman worked at the local market, and that's the story. That's why it's called Chinamans Island Trail.
It's really easy to access as well. Like, it's literally right downtown of Yarra, which stands for...
Yarrawonga.
Yeah, we're locals now. We say Yarra. That's it.
If you're into birds, this place is amazing. There are all kinds of bird life here on Chinamans Island. We're just walking around there, and there's a cockatoo hanging up in a tree. They've got sacred kingfishers flying around, and a whole bunch of other birds which I don't know the names of, but they're very cool looking because Australia does have really interesting birds. It's lovely being out here in nature and enjoying this little trail.
To our coffee shop date, our coffee shop date, our coffee shop date, our coffee shop date.
We are totally saying all the names of these areas incorrect. So we are so happy that the locals kind of have a little giggle at us and then tell us the correct way of the pronunciation.
We just got to our accommodation on Lake Mulwala. What is it? If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications as we bring out a new video every week. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next adventure.